PANAX ginseng. More epic than you think. I have it in my supplement regimen. I haven't really thought to talk about it, but it turns out in addition to improving erectile function, improving serum testosterone levels, it also pretty heavily modifies neurotransmitters. We've all long known ginseng to be effective for brain performance. I mean, it's in a lot of products that you'll find over the counter at a store, like at a gas station with some ginseng products that are kind of a little sketchy maybe. But actually, if you're getting the right stuff, you know, PANAX ginseng, you have a lot of targeted mechanisms for improving sexual performance and energy and brain performance. Let's talk about it. I shrunk. Like in Honey, I Shrunk the Childresses. You know the routine. Coupon codes on product. This is what supports our broadcast. 20% off right now. Supercharge, Dopamine, and Nootropics. Mastery code for that is... You just want to pop up at exactly the wrong time. Isn't that something? Cortex stack. Look at all the things that it does. 25% off right now. Code for that is 25 Cortex. Go buy a bottle. Torque stack. These are heavy hitting, highly potent nootropic stacks. This one is also 25% off. My brainchild. Code for that is 25 Torque. And lastly, I'm a consultant on TRT, energy optimization, nootropics, ED, sexual dysfunction, sexual optimization, host of other things. You can hire me in under a minute at livecortex.com. All right, buckos. Let's talk about PANAX ginseng. So yeah, actually more effective than people think. Modifies serum testosterone levels, aids in erectile dysfunction, so makes your erections better, and regulates, this is the important word, keyword, regulates neurotransmitter function, especially in states where neurotransmitters are a little awry and you don't particularly feel great. PANAX ginseng might be the solution. I'm going to take you to a little scientific paper so that you can read a little bit of science on the scientific papers called Ginseng and Male Reproductive Function. This is an interesting kind of paragraph to understand. They go, ginseng is often referred to as the king of all herbs and is found to be a promising agent to improve general well-being. Ginseng has also been reputed as an aphrodisiac and is used to treat sexual dysfunction as well as to enhance sexual behavior in traditional Chinese medical practices. So the Chinese medicine people, they know stuff, bro.
Just a little reminder to you guys, when you hit the like button, actually makes a real big difference on the channel, okay? So if you would, just take a little bit of time out of your fucking day and hit the goddamn like button.
Data from animal studies has shown a positive correlation among ginseng, libido, and copulatory performances. This is mice mounting other mice. Confirmed in case control studies in humans. In addition, ginseng is found to improve the sperm quality and count of healthy individuals as well as patients with treatment-related infertility. And this is pretty significant, likely because it's modifying the LH-FSH receptors in the testicles of males and contributing to spermatogenesis. Right, this is pretty impressive for a ginseng compound. Now, this is important to know too, just for those of you geeky people. These actions are mostly attributed to the ginsenosides. Those are the major pharmacologically active components of ginseng. In a double-blind, placebo-controlled study, 45 men with moderate to severe erectile dysfunction found improvement in their scores on erectile performance and sexual satisfaction after treated with 3 times daily doses of 900 milligrams of Korean red ginseng for 8 weeks. All right, they have a similar study with 60 men with erectile dysfunction, also reported marked improvement in erectile function, including rigidity, penetration, and maintenance of an erection. Pretty important for folks that can't hold an erection or can't maintain an erection. It's just not rigid enough. After taking Korean red ginseng, 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day for about 12 weeks. So what does this really tell us? The literature backs up between 500 and 1,000 milligrams 3 times daily for between 8 and 12 weeks. You know, if you want to get a benefit from it, you kind of got to run it in that fashion. Now, here's the crazy part. Let's talk about testosterone. And I think it may have some vasodilative effects, which improve erectile dysfunction or erectile function in general. But there's also modifications, positive ones, to testosterone, which then would improve erectile function and especially libido. They go, interestingly, rats fed with 5% PANAX ginseng in their diet for 60 days have shown significantly increased blood testosterone levels. Whereas, and this is probably important for folks wanting to optimize testosterone and erectile function, trying ginseng, PANAX ginseng, whereas treatment with 1% PANAX ginseng had no effect. So you want to get a supplement that's 5% or more of PANAX ginseng to get these effects. And mechanistically, for the nerds out there, well, for everybody, because you guys want to know this stuff, I think, look right in mine eyes. Subscribe to the channel, please. It really makes a difference.
I would really appreciate it if you would just hit that sub button. Go ahead and do it. I'll wait.
Ginsenoside RB1. So that's one of the ginsenosides. Again, these are the major pharmacologically active compounds in PANAX ginseng that, do all these positive things. Found to increase the secretion of luteinizing hormone by acting directly on the anterior pituitary gland. This is fucking cool. All right, so your luteinizing hormone gets secreted from the pituitary gland, ultimately from gonadotropin hormone releasing hormone, and then gonadotropin releasing hormone, which then stimulates the anterior pituitary to produce LH. So you're getting a direct enhanced stimulation of that luteinizing hormone in the interior part of the pituitary gland, which is going to send said hormone straight down to LH-FSH receptors in the male testicle, which is going to make you produce more testosterone. How's that for a breakdown? In a clinical study that involves 66 participants, the use of Asian ginseng or PANAX ginseng extract has been shown to significantly increase the levels of plasma total and free testosterone, follicle stimulating hormone, and LH. Now, they do talk about the neurotransmitter side of libido here, talking about dopamine for desire, acetylcholine for arousal, and GABA for orgasm. And the ginsenosides, specifically ginsenoside RE, has been shown to increase extracellular dopamine and acetylcholine levels in the brain. All right, so you're getting the desire, the sexual desire part, dopamine, and then the arousal part, that initial cascade of your libido, of that whole process that kind of gets you going with acetylcholine. Now, I was researching, just to find some good supporting papers for what I've already come to understand about this. When I found this article, guys, look, Korean red ginseng for erectile dysfunction. The bolded paragraph goes like this. PANAX ginseng may benefit sexual function in people with penises and in people with vaginas. Why did they put it that way? Here's another paper, though. Effects of Korean ginseng, which, by the way, is PANAX ginseng. Asian ginseng, Korean ginseng, PANAX ginseng, all the same thing. Extract on sexual function in men with erectile dysfunction, a multi-center placebo-controlled double-blind clinical study where they say oral administration of the SKGB extract improve all domains of sexual function. It can be used as an alternative medicine to improve sexual life in men with sexual dysfunction. Now let's talk about the neurotransmitter side again. Raising levels of dopamine, optimizing levels of GABA, and raising levels of acetylcholine. All very critical for different parts of the sexual function cascade for males and females. They go, this is a different paper. I'll show you the title in a second. It goes, considering that PANAX ginseng, its active ingredients were reported to regulate the monoamine neurotransmitters, HPA axis, neurotrophic factors, and neurogenesis, the relationship between PANAX ginseng and the pathogenesis of depression might be a potential novel target for depression treatment. And I've actually done some content on this where taking PANAX ginseng when you're in an otherwise shitty mood, or you're consistently in a shitty mood that maybe is chronic, otherwise known as depression, that PANAX ginseng may in fact be incredibly useful for that. I mean, my overall assessment is I like interesting supplements that actually have pharmacologically active mechanisms that change things in your physiology for the better. Some supplements are just impressive, like Alcar, very impressive. CoQ10, extremely impressive. Krill oil, another very, very impressive compound, right? Simple stuff that you can get at the store, but actually does make a difference on brain function, physiology, and health.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darth Nootropinator.
And I think it would just make a whole lot of sense, considering you consumed a lot of my content, and considering there's a lot of free content for many years, it takes me a long time to do,
If you would just hit the like button.